There are a whole lot of things that are tiny, tiny to the extent that the naked eye cannot see them. And one of these things is viruses and bacteria. Now let's meet someone who specializes in working with an instrument that magnifies viruses and bacteria for them to understand what really is wrong with human beings. Now, let's talk about the microscope. Good day, madam.
Good day, Salif.
Salif. Can you please introduce yourself to us?
Okay, my name is Fatou Ihe Jara. I'm working at the Serekunda hospital here, basically from National Public Health Laboratory. I'm on my posting here now for almost 5 to 6 years. I'm a laboratory scientist by profession. Yeah.
Here we are sitting beside something that I already called a microscope, but then all that I know is that it is a microscope. Can you just elaborate on what a microscope is really?
Yeah, a microscope, if you look at it, is a magnifying object. Before this microscope, before it come up, you have hand lens. Before people use hand lens to magnify other smaller object. But as time goes on, scientifically, they think that hand lens, the way it magnifies, is not that desired. So they come up with the microscope. That is enlarging bacteria and parasites, which are seen in the thin air, giving us numerous infections, but we cannot see them. So since we cannot see them, we cannot find treatment to it. So it is very important for a medical setup to have a microscope. Then this microscope are not having light. You can place this microscope near the window there. Before, when there was no light, then there is a way outside whereby the direct sunlight from the outside will help you to view the microscope. But thank God, with the coming of the advancement, especially in the Gambia now, there is electricity everywhere. You have this light microscope, which make it easier for you to view your minute organism you are looking for inside patient sample. So this is a magnifying object, whereby you want to see the parasitemia in certain samples of patient or bacteria in certain sample of patient. You use this magnifying object to see the estimation, the advancement, the reproduction, and the mutations they are carrying on, so that we can see how it has been transferred from one person to another, and we can look for the treatment for it as soon as possible from that microscopy.
Thank you so much. With all that you've said here, we've seen technological advancements took place, and then thanks to technology itself, that now we're at this level.
Very good.
Okay, but how reliable is this?
This is more reliable than anything I can talk about. If you are so familiar with the microscope, any sample, any smallest sample, if you have the desired volume of sample, you want to do microscopy with it for you to be more comfortable. And doctors are more comfortable with microscopy results than the rapid tests. They are more comfortable because it will give you the level of parasitemia. If it is 1+, the doctor will know whether you are going to admit that patient or allow the person to go when it is a parasitemia of +1. But when it's +2, 3, and 4, the doctor will directly know that need an observation of the doctor at least few hours, 6 to 12 or 24 hours, because of the level. So if you are more familiar with the microscope, it's more reliable. Doctors prefer it more for their prescription, for their medication.
And then also, thanks to microscopes, doctors easily comes to conclusion in what to do for patients.
You do. Very good.
Okay.
Very good. Thank you.
All right. Can you just elaborate on this light? I'm seeing a light in here. What is it for?
This light here help you to magnify. It helps you to magnify the object that you are seeing inside, for you to be easily identify and know the level of percentage that the parasite has on the particular field. so that you can view properly on each field. And each field will give you the number of parasites you are seeing, because we are thinking of as time goes on, the number of field you see now, you will be reporting. The number of field you see, you will be reporting on it. And that one will give you the level of parasites you are having.
Right. And then I can see, can you just, now, what do you read on? What do you study this thing on? Do we have a slide that you can just do some little work for us on?
We have a slide here that is a blood film parasite. This blood film parasite is showing whether you have a malaria parasite inside this slide. So inside this slide, as I'm viewing under this slide now, the light is showing me there, everything is clear inside. I don't see any parasite there, but I can see some kind of some neutrophils inside, like some double busy, but there is no parasite here. Light is showing me clearly there is no even a faint parasite that I can see. That is light in color. That faint parasite will show you that the parasite is still just trying to develop. It's just trying to develop, feeding on blood. So because it's faint, light in color, the parasite, you cannot even see any faint or thick blood parasite. A parasite that feeds very well on the blood meal, you will see it's reddish. It's reddish under the slide when the slide is positive. But here I cannot see any parasite there, not even a slight faint parasite. Only I can see some neutrophils here, which are double BC.
Thank you. And that means the owner of this blood sample is malaria free.
It's malaria free. Thank you. Yeah, this one has no malaria parasite seen under this slide. Yeah.
What does it take to be a very good microscopic analyst?
If you want to be a very good microscopist, like now I have just finished using the microscope, I have to off it. When I off it, I know that I will leave it for somebody else who will use it. And you have to be frequent using the microscope if you want to be a good microscopist. It's not that you do it today, leave it until next week or 2 weeks and you come. You will not even be able to even mount your own slide. So you have to be focused. You have to know that today I have observed this slide. Tomorrow I want to observe this amount of slide every day. So for you to be more comfortable with any kind of category of slide. Doesn't mean that I am more comfortable with other slides. Other slides I'm not. So you have to every day use the microscope, then you are comfortable. And it's more reliable. Anybody who wants to be a real scientist, especially in the medical line, want to work in the lab, you have to embrace the microscope. Yeah.
Thank you so much for this interview. And then what do you have for your last words?
My last word is that I'm encouraging the young ones to embrace science. Science is, everybody's term is a difficult subject. And we are not saying that education is not doing their best. They are doing their best, but the way in which it is taken for science, if you want to go to the university, you must have credit in your maths and in your science subject, chemistry and physics, for that matter. If you want to be a pure scientist, you want to be in the medical line, you have to do those subjects. It's so sad. If they can find a way for them to do it from the beginning, foundation, it's your field, you do it, embrace it for good. But not you want to do it today, you do it tomorrow, you leave it. You want to do, you have to continue practice. It's a continuous practice. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Young ones, she says, embrace science and enjoy technology.
Yeah.
Thank you.